Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So in front of us, we're going to take a look at this 2024 BMW M3 Competition. It's finished off in Davet Gray Metallic with an MSRP just over $94,000. We have a few packages included on this model, so it's pretty well equipped for a very performance-oriented family-style sedan. Underneath the hood, this utilizes the 3-liter twin power turbo inline 6 paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This pumps out 503 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque sent through that X-Drive all-wheel drive system, propelling this 3,400 pound sedan from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. Top speed is 180, and as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 16 miles per gallon in the city, 22 out on the highway. So for this 24-year model, up front we have the massive kidney grille. All of the cutouts provide a lot of cooling, forward-facing camera, parking sensors as well, M3 comp badge. And on the top of that grille, it matches nicely with the hood. All of the lines going up with the indentions and the top of that hood, I think, bring it together very nicely. This has LED headlights with that laser light technology, LED DRLs and turn signals, even some gloss black in the lower corners just to give it a little bit of contrast, and plenty of cutouts in the lower section as well as in the far corners to provide even more aerodynamics. I think it gives it a very aggressive front end design for this sedan. Now for the side, staggered setup for the wheels, 19 up front, 20 in the rear. This has the adaptive M Sport suspension as well as the M Sport brakes. We have a really nice gloss black finish to that multi-spoke pattern. More gloss black in the lower side skirt. It's on the trim piece just behind that tire. Power folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal too, and a full carbon fiber roof. Gives it a lower center of gravity, so this is going to handle very, very well, and great lines running down the side. Now in back, small gloss black spoiler, LED taillights, backup camera, parking sensors. We have the quad tip dual exhaust, which you can also remote start. So you just triple tap on that lock button. We can, and you can even triple tap on that button to shut it off if you need to. From there, we can use the key fob or the button up underneath for that power operated trunk, where you have plenty of space. This is a family style vehicle, so you have a lot of room with the back seats up. No storage underneath the floor though, so you have a little bit on both sides, and then you can fold down the seats to get a lot more space if needed. You can even lock it from the back, which is a nice convenient feature, along with being able to unlock it from the back. So if you're putting in your kids, very quick and easy to do. Now this is also paired with the Fiona red leather interior. Perfect combination. Harman Kardon sound system, interior ambient lighting, brushed aluminum accents. It's a nice place to be. Two-tone for the back seats too. BMW colors are on all of these seat belts. And at 5'10", I have plenty of room. It's a great spot to be if you are in the back. We have all the climate adjustments, USBs to charge electronics. The one downside is there's no armrest or cup holders in the middle. You can fold this seat down though if you want that armrest. You're just going to have to hold your drinks. Not a huge deal, but it would be nice to see that incorporated into the back. Driver door panel is just like the rear. There's all the window adjustments, memory seating controls, a trunk release too, and some more brushed aluminum accents. M3 is down on the door sill. We get a little bit more lateral support, of course, for these front seats. M3 is up top. We have all of the adjustments down below, even one up front if you need a little bit more comfort. But let's fire this back up. Buttons down below. And we can bring this back to life where we have the M Sport steering wheel, more of those colors stitched on the inside, carbon fiber. It's even heated too. We have volume and tuning along with Bluetooth and voice commands. And then with that button right in the middle, you can pull up content as well as the head-up display. So you can scroll through a good bit of information within this middle, just depending on what you would like to see, what you need to go through, and just what you want to have front and center. And you'll notice on the left side, there's the miles per hour and the fuel level. Right side is the tach and the engine temperature. And when we go over to the head-up display, there's only 3 settings. There's directional, which gives you the compass, standard and reduced, pretty much the same setting, just giving you miles per hour and the speed limit sign. Cruise controls on the left side, massive carbon fiber paddle shifters, and then M1 and M2. You can have these settings preset So that way you can have basically your daily driving and then your track driving, just depending on the settings that you want and how you want the vehicle to sound. Left side, all the headlight adjustments. There's a little bit of storage if you need to use that. And then for the infotainment system, you have a lot more to go through, and you can use the controls down below to further go through that if needed. So you can use it either way. But under all of these apps, you do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can go into your interior lighting and just configure everything as needed. There's also shortcuts too, so you can get into your nav, your music, and your phone and quickly set all of that information up. Now, if we go into the apps and we go all the way down into driving settings, we go into setup. This is how you can go through M1 and M2. So this is currently how M1 is set up. You can go through everything from your exhaust to your traction control, braking, steering. You can go into M2 and have everything completely different. Very nice to have that. Underneath is a shortcut to your climate menu. It's also a shortcut for the heated and ventilated seats for your driver and your passenger, as well as being able to adjust the temperatures on each side. Now there's carbon fiber underneath that, 2 air vents, there's power and tuning for the audio, and then opening up this carbon fiber lid gives you the wireless charging, auxiliaries, and cup holders. We have all those shortcuts like I mentioned earlier. And then on the left side, there's traction control, even a shortcut to the camera system. Currently it is showing the rear facing camera. If I put the vehicle into drive and push on that again, now we have the forward facing camera. If we put it back into reverse, now we can go through that 360 system, including the full exterior visual. Behind that, there's the parking sensors as well as the engine start stop feature. And then you have the exhaust note, there's a setup. If I go into M menu, you can go between road and sport. That's actually going to change the gauge cluster, give you a little bit more sporty of a feel and all the vitals that you need for those situations compared to when you put it back into road for just normal driving. The auto hold and the e-brake are behind that. And then for the shifter, drive and sport mode are to the right, reverse is to the left, park is on the back side, and you can even control how quick or slow you want that transmission. Very nice to see that. Plenty of storage in the armrest, and then glove box has a good amount of space, as well as the amount of visibility that you have. It is very easy to see over both shoulders. With it in second gear, here we go. And just like that, we are up to speed. Now this is such a fun family style sedan to get. I love everything about all of the different settings you can put this into, just depending on how you would like to drive for the day. Now, being the competition, it's going to cost significantly more, especially with the options that you want compared to the base M3. So just depending on your budget, what you're willing to spend, I'd say there's about a $20,000, maybe a $25,000 difference between the two. And again, it's just speccing it with whatever options that you would like. But for me, this is definitely a great option to go with. I drive a lot of BMWs. I've been in other vehicles like the Cadillac competitors that I've mentioned, some of the AMG models from Mercedes, and they're all great, but the amount of BMWs that I drive and just how well they drive is something that has definitely drawn me to the brand. Now, they're also becoming more reliable too. Toyota has a small stake in BMW. I would comfortably say anything 2020 and newer is going to be pretty bulletproof and reliable. Obviously, you have to keep up with your maintenance for that. But personally, I'm looking at BMWs. My brother has a Toyota Supra, which is mainly BMW with the B58 engine. So you have the reliability now, you have a lot of performance. This is, I would say, one of the ultimate performance-oriented family-style sedans that you can get. It is super comfortable, easy to drive to. You can put it into M1, or should I say, you can put it into the more efficient setting, which could be M1, and basically have a normal daily driver. So if you're stuck in traffic, you just want it to be more of a normal vehicle compared to what I'm doing right now. Let's pop it into drive, activate M1. Now everything is in efficient mode. Let's give it some gas here. And it just seems like a normal vehicle. Now we are in the second transmission setting there, so it's going to hold those gears a little bit more, but it's very nice to drive with the amount of tech that it has like that. Really good daily driver, plenty of room, comfortable, well refined as a BMW should be. And honestly, I don't really have anything negative to say about it. I've been in them a lot. Not enough to have ownership experience, of course, but the times that I've been in them, it seems like a good platform to go with. If you need a little bit more space, you can opt for the M5, but the M3 is, I think it's a good size sedan, especially for the money. You're getting a lot of car for that money. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this walk around review and test drive in the 24 BMW M3 Competition. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this car. Check out their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.